Chauvin, you're aware that during the course of these proceedings, the state has filed what's called the Blakely Notice, or a notice to seek an aggravated sentence, correct?
Yes.
I have explained to you the bases on which the state is seeking to have an aggravated sentence imposed in the event of a conviction on any one of the counts here, correct?
Correct.
We've discussed those, and I have specifically advised you that you have a right to have a jury decide whether or not the state has proven those grounds for an aggravated sentence beyond a reasonable doubt. You have a right to have a jury decide if you violated, right?
Correct.
And I've advised you that the state has to prove those grounds beyond a reasonable doubt.
Correct.
And we can waive that right and allow, if you're convicted, we can waive your right to a trial and allow the judge to make those determinations. I've advised you about that, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, do you want a jury to make a decision about the proof required for the aggravated factors if there's a conviction, or are you willing to waive your right to a trial on those matters and allow Judge Cahill to make those decisions?
I'm willing to waive it and have Judge Cahill decide on those issues.
Mr. Chauvin, again, I'm going to address you individually because this is another one of the decisions you have to make for yourself. This is a waiver of your jury trial right when it comes to aggravating factors. Normally, we would submit a verdict form with interrogatories with a question and yes or no options, and that's what generally the jury would consider. In order to say yes, the jury would have to be convinced beyond a reasonable doubt. The burden of proof does not change. It's only that I'm going to be the one who's answering those yes and no questions. It was always true that based on whatever the answers are to those, that I would be the one deciding if they constitute legally substantial and compelling circumstances, and we would expect briefs from both sides on that. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
So basically, I will be answering those verdict form questions instead of the jury, applying the standard of proof beyond a reasonable doubt. Is that what you want to have happen?
Yes, sir.
All right. I would ask that you file a written